Hello vibrational beings. Today's asana practice is going to be a vinyasa flow for cultivating focus. If you normally use blocks to bring the floor to you, or in folds you like to sit up on a blanket, have those available. Otherwise, we'll get started in a tabletop position. So bring the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And let's begin by warming up the wrists. You can slowly start rotating to the right. Just baby circles. We will be spending a fair amount of time on our hands and wrists today, so we want to make sure we're ready. And rotate to the left. Now flip the left palm so the fingertips face the back of the mat, and let's rotate a little bit to the right. And a little bit to the left. And we'll do some palm raises. So you simply lift the palm, bend the elbow towards the back of the mat, and drop while keeping the fingertips connected to the mat. And let's do 10 of those. Beautiful. Flip the left hand forward, flip the right hand back, and gently begin to rotate to the right. I love the palm raises because they really get the flexibility going in the fingers and the strength in the wrist as well. Let's rotate to the left. So if you're someone who's working a lot on arm balances and other poses, that's a really good one to do every day. Let's do it again. On the right side, lift the heel of the palm up about 10 times. Bending the elbow right back towards your right hip. Beautiful, both palms face forward. Let's sit back on our heels for just a sec and give those hands a little shake out. Perfect, coming forward into tabletop. We're going to do some balancing table now, so extend the right leg back. Heel reaches towards the back of the wall and extend the left arm forward. Take a deep breath here. Exhale and hug the low belly in. And now inhale. Exhale, lower the fingertips and toes to the floor. And inhale, raise back up. Lower. And inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. And inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, raise. And return to your tabletop position. Other side, balancing table. Left heel reaches towards the back. Pull the toes towards the face. Right arm reaches out long in front. And we breathe here. Hugging the low ribs in, the low belly in. And inhale here. Exhale, fingertip and toe drop to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale up. And exhale, let's return to tabletop. Now tuck the toes, sit back. Let's give a little shake again. Walk the hands out in front of you. A little farther this time. Hips back to the heels. Inhale here. And exhale, let's push up and back to downward facing dog. You can walk out your dog a little bit. Stretching into the calves and hamstrings, especially if this is your first motion of the day. And you can do a little deeper reach of the knees towards the opposite elbows as well. Gazing under the arm as you do so. Stretching the heels back to the mat. They don't have to touch, just stretching back. Okay, on an inhale, gaze forward, tent up on the fingertips, and let's take little steps to the top of the mat. Exhale here, forward fold. Keep a micro bend in the knees, and you can gently sway side to side. And on the next inhale, let's roll up, stacking the vertebrae as we do, up, 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 towards the top of the crown, and come into Shavasana. Now for some modified sun salutations, and on the last round, we'll do some positive affirmation along with our breath as well. So, bring the feet together. And we inhale, arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. You can have a little bend in the knees as well. Inhale, back to plank. And exhale, knees, then chest and chin, come down to the mat. Inhale, slither through to cobra. Shoulders and elbows back, gaze up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward to a halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, reach up high. And exhale, hands to heart. One round done. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, come down. Inhale, cobra. Heart reaching forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up high. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. And inhale, forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up high. And exhale, hands to heart. For this last round, we'll inhale just as we have been. And on the exhale, repeat mentally or aloud, I am focused. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. I am focused. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. I am focused. Inhale through the cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. I am focused. Inhale, forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. I am focused. And inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands to heart. We seal the intention. I am focused. Wonderful. So from here, roll up your shoulders a little bit. If you have anything else that feels a little cold, you can do a little side swivels here. You can rotate the knees or ankles. Just whatever feels like it needs a little more help to get started. Do that now. And join me again at the top of the mat in Tadasana. From here, we reach up high, inhaling, exhale, forward fold. We inhale, step back to plank, and straight away, let's push back, exhaling to downward facing dog. On an inhale, look forward as you reach the right leg up high. Exhale, bend the right knee. And let's begin to rotate our right hip. A few times forward and a few times back. Reach and stretch the right leg out again. And let's come forward towards a plank position, keeping the right toes elevated off the mat. From here, let's inhale and exhale, bring the right knee to right elbow. Inhale back, exhale, unite. Inhale back, exhale, unite. And one more. Inhale back, exhale, unite. Now, bring your right knee out to a 90-degree angle, and let's lower through chaturanga and into frog pose. So, your knee is at a right angle, in line with the hip, and we come up onto the forearms into a Sphinx frog combo on the right side. Breathe into the belly here. Guide the chest forward and the shoulders back. Gaze is ahead of you. Ankle is also a 90-degree angle. Wonderful. Lower the chest down. Bring the palms right under the shoulders. We inhale here. And exhale, we push back to tabletop. Inhale, tuck the toes. Hips come back to the heels. And exhale, stretch back up to downward facing dog. On the next inhale, gaze forward, and left leg lifts to the sky. Bending the knee now, hip circles on the left, forward. And a few back. Wonderful. Extend the left leg high, gazes forward, and we roll forward into plank on our exhale. From here, gazes down, we inhale and exhale, bring left knee to left elbow, Inhale, extend. Exhale, unite. Inhale, extend. Exhale, unite. One more. Inhale, extend. And exhale. Bring the leg floating into that froggy position. And come up onto the right tippy toes as we lower down into one-legged chaturanga. Relax into frog position in your lower body. And we come up on to the forearms. Grounding down from the elbow to the fingertips. Knee and ankle at a 90-degree angle. Knee in line with the hip. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Gaze is forward. We enjoy the stretch through the hip and the back as well. Shoulders back. Chest forward. And inhaling, palms come under shoulders. Exhale here. One more inhale. And exhale, push back to tabletop. Walk your hands forward into puppy pose and lower the chest towards the mat. You can also rest your forehead or chin on the mat. Big stretch through the shoulders here, hips right over knees. Wonderful. Inhale to come up. Tuck the toes. Push back into downward facing dog. From here, inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, and step, hop, or jump to the front of the mat, meeting in a halfway lift. And we forward fold. Inhale, let's reach up high. Exhale, hands to heart. Step the feet wide so the 4 small toes spill off the mat. And from here, let's lower down into a squat or continue down into malasana. From here, left arm reaches out and up to the left. Right arm reaches down and forward. Stay here or reach around the right leg and behind the back, and the fingertips connect in a bind. Gaze is up and to the left. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Release the posture. Bring feet together on the mat. Come up onto the balls of your feet and lower the hips to the heels. Fingertips stay on the mat. Come up to balance with palms in Anjali Mudra, or we reach up high. Right hand grabs left wrist, and we side bend to the right in our toe stand. One more inhale here. And exhale, fingertips to the mat. Release into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And step back or jump back into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward, bend the knees. And step, hop, or jump to the front of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up high. And exhale, Anjali Mudra. Come once again to a wide leg position. Toes just spilling off the mat. And we lower into our squat or malasana position. Left arm reaches down and over across the left knee to the left. Right arm reaches up and out to the right. Stay here or reach both arms around the back and clasp the fingers to bind. We're breathing here. Try to keep your shoulders back and your heart reaching forward. On your next inhale, release the fingertips to the mat and walk the feet together, coming up onto the balls of the feet and toes. Fingertips stay on the mat, or come together at the chest. Bring all your fingertips together and a big space in between for hakini mudra. This is the mudra for focus. Release your mudra, reach up high. Grab the grab the right wrist with the left hand, and we side bend over to the left in our toe stand. Inhale back to center. Exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And on your next inhale, let's hop, step, or jump back to plank. Knees, chest, chin down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, inhale, let's roll forward to plank. And come down, lower yourself into forearm plank. Lower belly is hugging in, heels reaching back, and gaze is straight down at the mat in front of you. From here, we inhale, lift the right toes off the mat, and exhale, right knee to right forearm. Inhale, extend, exhale, unite. Inhale, extend, exhale, unite. Inhale, extend, and release the toes to the mat. Exhale here. Inhale, roll over onto the left into side forearm plank, extending the right arm up high. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale, back to forearm plank. Inhale here. And exhale, well done. Release down onto your belly and into Sphinx pose. Let's come down onto our belly. Palms under shoulders, inhale. And exhale, pressing hips back to heels and up to downward facing dog. Other side, we roll through the plank and come down into forearm plank. Heels reaching back, gaze is down, lower abs engaged. Inhale, lifting the left toes off the mat. And we exhale, left knee to left upper arm. Inhale, extend. Exhale, unite. Inhale, extend. Exhale, unite. Inhale, extend. And drop the toes to the mat. On an inhale, rolling over to our right and reaching the left arm up high. Gaze can even come to the left fingertips. We inhale here and exhale, returning to forearm plank. Inhale here and exhale, lower your belly for a much deserved break. into Sphinx. And we can even come down, make a little pillow for the forehead with the hands, and rest the forehead on the mat. On your next inhale, palms under shoulders. We exhale, tuck toes, hips to heels. And push up to downward facing dog. Wonderful job. From here, let's tent up onto our fingertips. Gaze forward, inhale. And exhale, walk ourselves forward to the upper 2/3, onto the upper third of the mat. And in this halfway lift position, let's spill our toes off the side of the mat once more and lower ourselves into a squat or down into malasana. Hands come to heart. We'll be moving into crow pose now, followed by another variation. I'd be interested to hear in the comments which one you prefer, which one you think is harder. So bring the palms to the mat, about hip width apart. Grip through the fingertips to the point where you have a nice little hollow in the center of the palm. We walk our feet in slightly and bring the knees to the backs of the upper arms. Gaze 1 to 2 feet in front of you and begin to put the weight of the knees onto the backs of the arms. Maybe you just lift a toe or two, practicing there, or you can come forward, lift both toes off the mat, bring the heels up towards the bum, pointing the toes, and gazing forward in crow pose. Breathing here. One more inhale and exhale. Let's release down. Bring the knees to the mat and come back into child's pose, forehead to the mat, arms reaching back. Inhale, come up into a kneeling position. I really love practicing crow pose for focus because that focal point we have to have in front of us, it's so important to maintain our balance. And it really brings to mind the need to be focused on our journey. So let's cultivate some more of that. Come back into a malasana position. And this time you can do regular crows or you can join me for baby crow. So we're going to walk the forearms now onto the mat. Grab through the fingertips. You still want that little hollow space underneath your palm. Walk the knees to the back of the upper arms just like before. And let's walk our toes in as close as we can. We're in a tight little ball. And we start to lean our weight onto the back of the upper arms. Our gaze is forward, gripping through the fingertips. Maybe you lift one foot or the other, just a little bit. Or let's see if we can take flight into a tight little baby crow ball. Keep the gaze forward. Push out of the forearms. One more inhale here. And exhale, we release back down to the mat. Wonderful work, my friends. From here, come back into a kneeling position. Let's extend the left leg out in front of us and come to the side a little bit, the left side, and you can push the right calf to the outside a little bit so you have a little more space to bend the knee. From here, we'll do a half hero's pose. Inhale here. And exhale, begin to walk yourself back. Fingertips facing the front of the mat. You can walk yourself to as deep as you are comfortable and is helpful for you. So that might be here. Perhaps we walk onto the forearms. Keeping the low belly hugged in to maintain integrity in the low back. Perhaps you walk and lie back on the mat as well. Another option. One more inhale here. If you're otherwise lying down on your back, push gently up onto your forearms first, and then walk yourself back up to a seated position. Let's switch legs here. Maybe give that right knee a little bit of a shake. As we tuck the left leg back, lean over to the right. You can pull your calf to the left side if that helps you get more space to bend the knee. And from here, we inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, walking ourselves back to our comfortable edge, which may or may not be the same as the other side. Wherever you are, breathe into the left quad. Hug the low ribs in and the belly in to protect the back. And then relax into the stretch. On your next inhale, walk yourself up. If you're down, push up onto the forearms. And then come back to a well-deserved upright position. Shake out the knees a little bit. And let's scoot forward a little on the mat and roll slowly all the way down to lie on our back. Palms face up. Take a deep breath in. And a long sigh out. As we relax into Shavasana. Slowly start to wriggle your fingers and toes. And let's bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Rolling onto the right side. Left palm comes in front of right shoulder. And we push up to a seated position. Gently cross your legs. And let's do a short positive affirmation practice. First, guiding our hands back into the hakini mudra we did earlier in class. Palms out wide, curl the fingers slightly in, and all the fingertips come to touch. You can retain your mudra around the chest area or drop it gently into your lap. So we'll take a big inhale, and on the exhale, repeat mentally or aloud, I am focused. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. I am focused. 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 On your next inhale, you can release your mudra. Thank you for joining me in today's class. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. There will be a corresponding meditation practice for focus next week, where we do some visualization and we chant the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. So, until then, fellow yogis, I wish you a beautiful day and namaste.